Hey guys, welcome to another video. My name is Fadi Al Haye. I'm very excited to come to you today in the mountain of British Columbia. Today we're going to be talking about how to drive a basic automatic vehicle. A lot of people, they're scared or they're worried or they don't know how to drive a vehicle. But today I'm here to make your life easy. So why don't we hop on, shall we? All right, guys. So the very first time you walk into a vehicle, you want to think about your safety and the safety of your passenger. So the first thing that you do is you got to put your seatbelt on, and you put it on when you hear that click. Then you take a look at your vehicle and you see where your buttons are and what they do, because it's very important to know what each button does. So I have a Honda CR-V here that we're gonna be looking at together, and I'll be explaining you the basics of each functions, but I mainly want to focus on the driving aspect of it because that's what you as a new driver need to know. So the first thing that we do is we want to turn the car on. So the way this vehicle is, it's a newer vehicle, so it has newer technologies. Different cars have different features where you put the keys inside the ignition and then you turn it on. But in our situation, it's a push to start, and the way you turn it on is by putting your foot on the brake, and then you want to press the engine start, and then you press on it, and you hear the engine roar, and that's when you know the vehicle is up and running. Now I want to show you just a few buttons here. The main one is your defrost. So if you take a look at here at this car, there's a defrost here. It's very important to know where it is because with different temperature, you kind of want to control your windows, for lack of a better word. Taking a look at your gear, you have your gear here. So normally what you want to do with each car is it's always going to be on park. So P stand for park, and then you have your R, which is your reverse. That's when you go back. You want to take the vehicle backwards. Then you have your neutral and you have your drive. So D is for driving and for going forward. And then on the left side, there's a button it says P, and what that is, it's your handbrake. It's essentially the button that stops the car from rolling forward and backward. It's very important that you get in a habit of pressing it. All right, next thing that I'm gonna show you is these buttons right here. Every car is different. Again, some cars are manual, some cars are automatic, but this car is actually electronically automatic, so it controls the windows. It's very important to know that. This will control your mirror, so that controls your left side mirror, your right side. Ideally, you want to change it to whatever you're comfortable with, and that way you can see your cars. And make sure that your mirror, you adjust it in order to check your blind spot. And if we come down here, this is where your lights control is. It's very important that you always leave it on at night or when it gets darker at the on button. Different cars have auto on. Make sure you don't put it on, just so you control your car and your safety as well. Now we come down onto the right side. That's gonna be your windshield wiper stick. So if you push it in, water will actually come out squirting, and that way your windshield is clean and from all debris, and it's easier for you to see. And if you come down to the left side, you'll see a button for gas. Pressing that button will turn on the gas cap, making you allow to fill up gas. And the button right below it will open up your hood from the front. Now if you look at down by my foot, you'll see two pedals. So the left side is going to be your brake, and the right side is going to be your gas, your accelerator. So they're very that and the steering wheel are the most important part of driving. And now what I want us to do is I want us to go for a test drive, and I'll show you a couple things, and I'll give you different hints and tips to do. Cool. All right, guys, so now we're actually gonna go ahead and start maneuvering the vehicle. So the very first thing you want to do, and I can't emphasize enough, is your mirrors. Your mirrors are your best friends. So make sure you're constantly looking at the left, the middle, and the right. And then also, if you are turning to the left and right, make sure you are shoulder checking. It's very, very important that you do that. Now, to get started, what you want to do is you want to release the handbrake. So like I said earlier, mine is electronic, so I'm just gonna push it in and you'll actually hear it release. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna so I have my foot on the brake, and then I'm gonna with the gear down, I'm gonna go to the R. Now when you are pressing the R, as long as your foot is on the brake, the car will not move. Now when you are on the R, again, newer vehicles, they have backup cameras they support to help you. Me personally, I don't like using them. Just there is a slight delay with the camera, and I don't want to take that risk, with having that delay in place. Now, if you look at your console, different consoles will show, the kind of position that the gear is in. So I'm in R. If you can see on the dashboard, it will say R as well, just to confirm you are in reverse. So what I'm gonna head and do now is I'm gonna put it on in reverse, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my right hand on the back of the headrest, and then I'm gonna push myself upwards. That way I have good view on the whole road behind me. And again, before I do that, I check my mirrors, make sure nobody is around me, and I'm gonna go ahead and go back now. And all I'm doing is I'm going slow as possible. You don't really need to go fast. Go at your comfort pace. You're a new driver or you're not comfortable yet, that's okay. People can wait as long as you're being safe. That's the most important part. So that's the reverse. It's that simple. It's very simple. Make sure you check your mirrors, and then when you back up, make sure you get up your butt seat, and then you turn around, and then you look. That way you have good view. Now we're gonna go ahead to the D. As we said earlier, D is for drive. So we're gonna go twice, and that's your D. So if you look at the console, it will say D on it. D says we're ready to go. Again, as long as your foot is on the brake, your vehicle will not go forward in motions. You're in control of the vehicle. So what you do with that, now we're gonna go ahead and look at the mirrors. We're gonna check the left mirror, right mirror, and the middle mirror, make sure we're safe to go. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna roll over with our hands, both of our hands on the steering wheel, and let's go. And I just released my foot just slightly off the brake, and the car started moving. And when you're ready and when you're comfortable with that, then you can release your foot on the brake and then start accelerating. But in this video, we won't talk about accelerating. I just want you guys to get comfortable with the braking, the reversing, and the driving. It takes a lot of practice. And don't be hard on yourself. Practice makes perfect, like they say, and I want you to keep practicing until you get it. Again, driving is fun. I'll go ahead and put it in park, and I'll put the handbrake to close this video off. Driving is very, very fun, okay? As long as you take the initiatives to be safe. By being safe is by making sure you're looking at your sidewalks, your pedestrians, other vehicles, and you practice. And you'll be okay. I hope this video helped you guys a lot. If you did like it, make sure you subscribe. It means a lot to me. And hit the like button and comment down there. and we'll see you guys on the next video.